So the pink elephant in the room is this 4-day hair. Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. As you can see from my lovely no makeup appearance, today is going to be a get ready with me. And it's going to be a glowy, bronzy, springy, summery look. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call it yet, but that's kind of the gist of it. So I'm going to zoom in so we can get up close and personal and get started. So per my usual, my mirror is right here. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking at my mirror and trying to get some things precise. But I've already done my skincare. I do have on sunscreen. And so now we're going to start with priming. And the first thing I'm going to do is I got this little small deluxe sample size of the Tatcha, the silk canvas. And so I'm going to take that and just kind of put it places where I think I need a little bit more smoothing, like around my mouth and kind of right here on my cheeks. Next up for primers, I am using the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. This is a recent discovery of mine, and I find it very comparable to the Bette, I think it's the Backlit Primer. So if you were looking to try an illuminating primer, I would recommend picking this one up because it doesn't break the bank. I mean, it's more expensive than normal drugstore Physicians Formula is. I think it comes in around $12 at Ulta. The foundation that I'm using today is one that I have been absolutely loving all month, or really since I got it. It's the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. And I am going to mix mine with the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops to give me a little bit more of glow. I'm mixing that with my finger, and I'm just going to pop some that's on my finger, and I'm applying it with a Morphe sponge. Now I'm going to conceal also with my Flower Beauty concealer. This is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. That was my stomach. And y'all, I have this in the color L34 Light. Now, I don't know if the camera is picking up as much as it is here, but this is very, very dewy. Now, that's fine. That's what I wanted. I'm going to go in now and set my entire face using my new Hourglass powder. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Y'all, this stuff is really good, so I'm going to use that now. I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to put this all on to set my entire face. Very rare that I use a loose powder to set my entire face, but this one's just really good. Now that the entire face is set, I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I am using my Milani bronzer. This is an 04 Glow. I like the fact that it has a little bit of a reddish tint to it. So I am going to be using that bronzer to just kind of warm up the face. Now that I feel nice and bronzed, I'm going to set my under eye and carve out a little contour, and I'm using the Wet n Wild. This is actually called a bronzer, but as you can see, it's not really bronze. It is Reserve My Cabana, Reserve Your Cabana, Reserve Your Cabana. And I'm going to take a small e.l.f. brush and really load that up with this and just kind of make sure my under eye is good and set. And then I'm going to take my big e.l.f. brush and just kind of dust any excess away. I'm also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to put this down a little bit lower to just give my skin some brightening and a little bit of luminosity. Moving to blush, I am going to reach for the Dim Infusion blush by Hourglass. I'm not quite sure if this is going to give me the amount of color that I want, but we're going to try it out. It may be just right. Now moving on to eyes, I am going to prep or prime my eyelids using the e.l.f. primer. I got this and I really didn't have a lot of high expectations for it, but y'all, I really like it. I find that it's very smooth and easy to apply, and my makeup sits really nice on it. Now that my lids are primed, I'm going to pop off camera, do my brows. Today I'm actually using the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil, but I'm going to do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, brows are done. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and I am going to start the eyes by putting a layer down of the Amber Haze Charlotte Color Chameleon Crayon. And I'm just going to kind of put this on my eyelid and take my finger and blend it. You kind of have to work pretty fast with these because they are kind of stiff. So I'm just kind of getting a wash of color down. And I am going to take this under, excuse me, my stomach is making, I'm drinking a protein shake. And when I drink a protein shake, it like makes my stomach so mad for some reason. And I make all these Walking Dead noises. Did you hear it again? So I'm just easily doing this with my finger. You could use a brush, but I just wanted to do it really quick to kind of get that first layer of color down. Now I'll probably come back to this in a minute, but first, before I do that, I am going to kind of warm up the crease some, and I have a warmer color in my crease. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my bronzer with a brush, with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put my bronzer on the fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of warm up that crease. Okay, so now what I'm moving into is I'm grabbing the Eyes to Mesmerize by Charlotte Tilbury in the color Bette. And this is what it looks like. It's just a very rich bronze color. And I'm going to start with my finger, but I may move to a brush. I'm just going to kind of put that, pat that on the lid. I'm grabbing a Sigma Firm blender to just kind of blend out so there's not any harsh lines with this. And this is a great brush to actually dip into it and apply it with, because it is firm. Now you could definitely stop there, but I am going to kind of glam it up a little bit more by using Telesto by Nars, and I'm just going to pop that on the lid, and this just kind of deepens up, as you can see, that bronze. Now, because I don't want it to be quite so dark, I am going to take the highlighter that I'm going to use today, and this is the new Anastasia Amrezy. You can see how pretty it is, how gold it is, and I'm going to put that on my finger like that, and I'm just going to dab it. Ooh, and look at that, look how pretty that is right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that blending brush and really blend it in. Now for eyeliner, I'm going back in with that color Chameleon, and I'm going to put some of that on top of my eyes, right across my I'm lining the top and the bottom with it. Now I'm going to take my pencil brush and I'm going to use the same highlighter I used to just put some of this in the inner corner. Y'all, I apologize for these noises my stomach's making. It's really embarrassing. To just kind of brighten up the inner corner. I'm also going to pop some of my bronzer on that same brush to smoke out the lower lash line. Now I'm going to line my inner waterline, lower and upper, off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and what I used my Modster, and this is in the shade Coffee. And now that I'm back, I am going to mist my face and go in with my highlighter. I misted my face with the MAC Fix Plus. Now the highlighter that I'm using is, like I showed you before, the new one by Anastasia. So I'm just going to put some of that. Like I said, this is a very glowy look. So if you have a problem with looking glowy, you're not going to like doing this. But I think for spring and summer, it's just such a pretty, really more for summer, like deep summer. All right, now I'm gonna curl my lashes, put on some mascara, and I'll be right back. You could definitely pop on some lashes, but I'm not gonna do that because I just don't wanna be bothered by doing it. Now moving on to lipstick, and I don't have a lip liner that really goes with this lipstick, but today I'm going to be using True Coral by Tom Ford. I probably need a liner. It probably would look better with a liner. So yeah, this is the finished look. Very glowy, very bronzy on the eye with a nice bright lip. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me. If you have any questions about any of the products I use, please list them down below. I'm going to list all the products that I used with links on where you can purchase them. Also, if this is your first time here, I hope you come back and spend some more time with me. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And I hope to see you all back here again. And as always, I hope you are having a fantastic day and a great week. And I will see y'all all soon. Bye, y'all.